Today's video is a book review, and we're going to be diving into the domestic thriller Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars, and before we get into why, I want to assure you this review will be completely spoiler-free. So whether you've read it, you're on the fence about it, or you've never heard of this book, which now you have, let's get into the storyline. This book kicks off with our main character, Camilla. She goes by the name Cam. Cam is getting ready for her first day back at work after maternity leave. She's juggling the usual morning chaos, getting her daughter ready for daycare. But there's one big problem. Her husband, Luke, is nowhere to be found. She calls, she texts, she searches the whole house, but all she finds is a cryptic note that he left behind. Cam convinces herself he'll turn up with an explanation to his disappearance, but once she arrives at work, everything flips upside down. She learns that Luke is involved in a hostage situation, and the shocking part, he's not the victim. He's a perpetrator. From this point on, we're introduced to our second main character, Niall. He is the hostage negotiator. The book alternates between Cam's emotional perspective and Niall's tactical, professional one. Niall does his best to manage the hostage situation, but ultimately it doesn't end well, and Luke completely vanishes. This is when the story shifts into Act 2, where we jump 7 years forward. And while I won't spoil what happens next, let's just say the first part of this book is already a wild ride. What I loved about this book is that Gillian had me guessing the entire time. Every theory I came up with, I was dead wrong. And I was completely blindsided by the end. And if you can figure it out, you should probably consider a career in detective work. I also loved that Gillian actually interviewed a real-life hostage negotiator, which led to her taking a course on it. That level of research that she put in really shone through in her writing. And of course, the dual perspectives were fantastic. To watch the story unfold from both Cam and Niall's points, it added so much depth. My only critique about this book is that there's a section in the middle that felt really dragged out. Some of Cam and Niall's reactions felt repetitive and the pacing slowed down. But honestly, that's just my personal taste and others might not mind it. Overall, Famous Last Words, unpredictable, tense, and incredibly well written. It's an easy recommendation for anyone who's a thriller fan. If you haven't read it yet, definitely add it to your list. And if you have read it, tell me in the comments, what would you rate this book? But please, no spoilers. And that's it for today's book review. Yeah, no spoilers.